We have a seat waiting for you in the Delmarva Life audience. Come be part of the fun. To book your seat, just visit delmarvalife.com, click on the show tab, or call 443-880-9116.
Well, let's face it, when you gotta go, you gotta go. But sometimes there's not a bathroom nearby.
Or you may not want people going into your home when you're having a party. That's where a porta potty comes in handy.
American Outback Septic Service in Pittsville shows us what's involved with renting one and the options that are available.
Bathroom talk is one of those things you don't bring up in normal conversation, but since we're talking porta potties, this is one of those times where it's all right.
People generally say when they see porta potty, I'm not using a porta potty. You know, they're dirty. No, they're not. They're just like your bathroom, except they're just not all the time flushable.
Leslie and Mike Baker are the owners of American Outback Septic Service in Pittsville. They've been renting out porta potties for the last 7 years. And while the idea of renting one may seem unusual at first, Mike and Leslie say it's more common than you think.
We have a couple customers that use them through the summer for their pools because they don't want the kids running in the house, you know, to use the restroom. So they use the porta potty instead.
Need them for construction sites. We've rented them out for customers that redoing their bathrooms, and sometimes bathrooms take a couple days. For parties, wedding receptions.
And these portable bathrooms do come in handy if you run off a septic system and plan on having a big party.
You stop and think about 20 people using the bathroom at least one time. That's 20 people going in your home, flushing your toilet, the traipse of coming in and out, you know, the traffic of inside your house. But then you stop and think about it, 20 times flushing, 20 times washing hands. You've got a lot going to your septic and your drain field that doesn't need to go there. It's a lot cheaper to rent a porta potty for a weekend for your party than it is to have to come back and get your septic pumped.
When it comes to renting a porta potty, all you have to do is call American Outback Septic Service and let them know what you need and when.
We have the handicap that is definitely wheelchair accessible, nice and large. We have the deluxe that has a sink and a flusher in it. Now it's not a flusher like you have at home, but it's a hand pump flusher, and it has a sink in it that it's a foot pedal pump. And then we have just the standard. So those are the different kinds that we do rent out.
After that initial call, everything is done for you.
Just drop the toilet off and talk to the customer wherever they, where they want the toilet in a good location. It's got to be easy for us to pick up too, because we drop it off empty. Then when we pick it up, it's got to be full, so we got to be able to get to it so we can pump it out and so that we can load it back up on the truck.
And speaking of cleaning out the porta potties, Mike and Leslie say these are not to be used as a trash can.
The biggest piece of advice would be, please don't throw trash in them, because we pump the water out with a 2-inch line, and a beer can doesn't, or a beer bottle or beer can, trash doesn't go up a 2-inch line. So that's what we like. We don't like the trash in it because it clogs up the hoses and it takes time to pull that out.
It's not going to go down your drain in your house. It's not going to go through the drain when we clean the tanks out.
Mike says the porta potties can be rented for just a day or several years if need be. And if you plan on having one that long, cleaning is usually done a minimum of once a week. Leslie adds all porta potties come clean and sanitized. You can even make the inside a little warmer with lights, air fresheners, and other amenities. And the size of your party or event will determine how many of these bathrooms you should have on your property.
The rule of thumb is every 25 to 30 people is good for one toilet. So if you have 60 people, you probably want to order 2 toilets, especially, a male and a female.
Now, American Outback Septic Service says when it comes to renting a porta potty, they only deliver them to private properties such as a business or a home.
All right, well, now here's a look at what's coming up in the news on First at 5 on Fox 21 and later on WBOC News at 6.